Bandeyam Shri Guru Shiyatha Parakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Sya Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raganatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Paran Sahagana Lalita Shivishakam Vitam Sya Om Jnana Timarandasya Gyanashana Shalakya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Gaurva Bhistam Supurakam Guraganara Sishasambhushitam Chintya Chintya Samastaveda Nipunam Shri Rupa Patanagam Govindabhidam Ujjwalam Varatanam Bhaktyanvitam Sundaram Bande Vishwagurun Shah Tivyad Bhagavat Premno Ibija Pradam Devam Divyatanum Suchandavaranam Balarka Shilanshitam Sandrananda Puram Sareka Varanam Vairagya Vidyamburim Sri Siddhanta Nidhim Subhakti Lasitam Saraswatanam Baram Banditam Shubharam Mareka Sharanam Nyashishvara Shidaram Vanshakopatarubyasya Kripa Sindhu Bhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Mahabaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gauratavishe Namah. So we're continuing with our readings of Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat by Srila Vrindaban Das Thakur with commentary by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And we're on the Antya-lila, chapter 9, the glories of Adwaita Prabhu, text 116. Bika nimantrana chale Prabhu sabastane bhyakta kori iha kori jachana apane. As the devotees invited the Lord to take his meal in their houses, the Lord took the opportunity to teach them all this topic. Bika nimantrane Prabhu bolena hasya chala tumi age lakeshwara haugya. When invited to take a meal, the Lord smiled and said, "First you should become a lakeshwara." The word lakeshwara is a combination of lak, 100,000, and Ishwara, master. In common usage, it is referred to someone who possessed 100,000 rupees. So when invited to take a meal, the Lord smiled and said, "First you should become a lakeshwara." Tatabika amara jay hoy lakeshwar shuniya brahmana sab chintita antar. I take meals only in the house of lakeshwar. Hearing this, the Brahmins became worried. Vipragan stutikori bolena gosai lakera ki daya sahasreko karonai. The Brahmins offered prayers to the Lord. O Gosai, what to speak of 100,000? None of us possesses even 1,000. Tumina korile bikka garhasya amar ekane puriya hauk charakar. If you don't accept meals from us, then let our entire household be burnt to ashes. Prabhu bole jana lakeshwara bole kare pratidin lakanam jay grahana kore. The Lord replied, "Do you know who is a lakeshwar? He is someone who daily chants 100,000 holy names." Sri Gaurasundar said, "The Lord is served in the house of only one who daily chants 100,000 names. The Lord accepts items like foodstuffs from only such a person. For one who does not chant 100,000 names, the Lord does not award the good fortune of his service by accepting his offering. All devotees of the Lord must daily chant 100,000 names, otherwise they will become attached to varieties of material enjoyment and will be unable to serve the Lord. That is why everyone under the shelter of Sri Chaitanya Dev chants at least 100,000 names. Otherwise, Gaurasundar will not accept the foodstuffs that are offered to him." So this is Mahaprabhu's comment that he wants his devotees to chant one lakh of names, and the commentary of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati talks about that everyone should chant 1 lakh of names a day. Now this was a prescription that Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur applied. 1 lakh of names means 64 rounds every day. So in the Gaudiya Mat, it was prescribed that persons would chant 100,000 names daily. And Srila Sridhar Maharaj said that if someone was actively engaged in devotional service, serving, for instance, the deities, like our Sareshwari deity is doing now, and other services, that there wasn't that insistence that somebody's doing service had to chant 100,000 names or 64 rounds daily, but it was something that was prescribed in general by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur based on what Mahaprabhu says. He says, I take meals only in the house of a Lakeshwar, someone who's chanting 100,000 names a day or 64 rounds. Se Janardan ami boli Lakeshwar tatabika amara na jai anyagar. I call that person a Lakeshwar. I take meals only in such a person's house, not in the houses of others. Shunya prabhor kripa bhakya bipragane chintachari mahananda hoila mane mane. Hearing this merciful statement of the Lord, the Brahmins gave up their anxiety and became joyful. Lakanam loiba prabhu tumi korabika mahabhagya emata karo tumi shikka. O Lord, we will chant 100,000 names. Please, therefore, take your meals in our houses. It is our good fortune that you are teaching us in this way. Pratidin lakanam sarva dvijagane loyana Chaitanya Chandra bhikka karane. All the Brahmins then began to chant 100,000 names every day so they could offer food to Lord Chaitanya Chandra. Kenamate Bhakti Joga Lao Jai Ishware Vaikuntha Nayaka Bhakti Sagare Bihare. In this way, the Lord of Vaikuntha enjoyed in the ocean of devotional service by inducing others to take up the process of devotional service. Bhakti lao jaite Sri Chaitanya avatar, Bhakti vina jigyasa nakore prabhuar. The mission of his incarnation was to distribute the process of devotional service. For this reason, he did not ask for anything other than engagement in devotional service. The devotees of Sri Chaitanya do not converse with non-devotees. It is not proper to have friendship with those who are intoxicated by topics of karma, gyan, and extraneous desires rather than by topics of devotional service. Unless fallen souls daily chant 100,000 names, their propensity for material enjoyment will increase. Then they will no longer be able to serve Sri Gaurasundar. The Gaudiya Vaishnavas do not approve as ideal any example of devotional service to Gaura that does not include chanting 100,000 names. As a result of aversion to chanting the Lord's names, which is the supreme form of worship, the fallen souls pretend to execute other forms of worship rather than chant 100,000 names. By doing so, they do not achieve any benefit. Prabhu bole Jai Janara Krishna Bhakti Ache Kushala Mangala Tara Nitya Take Pache. The Lord said, well-being and auspiciousness always accompany one who has devotion to Krishna. In the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, it is stated, Sarva Mangala Murdanya Purnananda Mayisada Dvijendra Tabamaya Stu. Bhaktir Abhyabicharini. O King, among the twice-born, may you develop unalloyed devotion to me, which is the crest jewel of all auspiciousness and which is full of ecstasy. In Sri Krishna Karnamrita, it is stated, Bhaktis tvayi stira ratara bhagavan jarishad taivenana falati divya kishora murti mukti swayam mukuli tanjali sevate sman dharmartha kama gataya samaya pratiksha. O my Lord, if one engages in your pure devotional service with determination, you become visible in your original transcendental form as the Supreme Personality of God. As far as liberation is concerned, she stands before the devotee with folded hands, waiting to render service. Religion, economic development, and sense gratification are all automatically attained without separate endeavor. Jaramuke bhaktir mahatatva nahikata taramukha gorachandra nadeki sarvata. Gorachandra does not even see the face of one who does not speak about the glories of devotional service. One who does not accept that devotional service is the only process for attaining the goal of life is not accepted by Sri Gaurasundar and Gaudiya. One who does not accept that devotional service is the only process for attaining the goal of life is not accepted by Sri Gaurasundar as a Gaudiya. What to speak of accepting him as a Gaudiya? He considers that even seeing the face of such a person is unfavorable to devotional service. Nijaguru Sri Keshava Bharatirastane Bhakti Jnana Dui Jigyashila Ek Dine. One day the Lord asked his spiritual master Keshav Bharati about Bhakti and Gyan. Prabhu bole Gyan Bhakti Dvite Ke Bora Bichariya Gosai Kahata Koridara. The Lord inquired, which is greater, Gyan or Bhakti? O Gosai, please consider and tell me conclusively. Katakane Bharati Bichar Korimane Kahite Lagila Rasundara Stane. Keshav Bharati thought for a while and then replied to Gaurasundar. Bharati Bolan Mane Vicharila Tatva Sabha Hoite Deke Bora Bhaktira Mahatva. Keshav Bharati said, after considering the topic, I've concluded the glories of Bhakti are superior to all. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, the following verse from the Tantras is found. Jnanata sulabha muktir bhaktir yagyari punyata sayam sarana sahasrar hari bhakti sudurlabha. By cultivating philosophical knowledge, one can understand one's spiritual position and thus be liberated. And by performing sacrifices and pious activities, one can achieve sense gratification in a higher planetary system. But the devotional service of the Lord is so rare that even by executing hundreds and thousands of such sacrifices, one cannot obtain it. In the Srimad Bhagavatam it is stated, Savai pumsam paro dharmo yato bhaktir adhoksaje. The supreme occupation, dharma, for all humanity is that by which men can attain to loving devotional service unto the transcendent Lord. Also in the Srimad Bhagavatam it is stated, Atovai kavayo nityam bhaktim paramaya mura vasudeve bhagavati kurvanti atma prasadatnim. Certainly, therefore, since time immemorial, all transcendentalists have been rendering devotional service to Lord Krishna, the personality of Godhead, with great delight, because such devotional service is enlivening to the self. In the Srimad Bhagavatam it is stated, Nayam sukapo bhagavan dehinam gopika sutta Jnaninam Shatma Bhutanam Yata Bhakti Matam Miha. A Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, the son of Mother Yashoda, is accessible to devotees engaged in spontaneous loving service. But he is not as easily accessible to mental speculators, to those striving for self-realization by severe austerities and penances, or to those who consider the body the same as the self. Prabhu bole gyan hoite bhakti borakene jnana bora koriya se kohe nyasi gane. The Lord asked, why is bhakti greater than gyan? The sannyasis say that gyan is greater. Bharati bolen tarana bhuje bichar mahajan pate se gamana sabakar. Keshavarti replied, they have not understood the conclusion accepted by all the Mahajans. In the Mahabharata it is stated, Tarko pratishta shrutayo vibhina nashav rishir yasya matam nabinam dharmasya tatvam nihitam guhayam mahajano yena gata sapanta. Dry arguments are inconclusive. A great personality whose opinion does not differ from others is not considered a great sage. Simply by studying the Vedas, which are variegated, one cannot come to the right path by which religious principles are understood. The solid truth of religious principles is hidden in the heart of an unadulterated self-realized person. Consequently, as the Shastras confirm, one should accept whatever progressive path the Mahajans advocate. So this is a verse from the Mahabharata, and it's talking that we can say that rishis, or Govinda Maharaj termed rishis to be research scholars, their opinion has to differ from others in the sense that it is, we can understand it by saying when somebody, for instance, research scholar in modern terms, is doing doctorate, they have to present a work which is original, not necessarily conclude with the opinion of others. So all these sages and munis, they always offer their own individual viewpoint, and there is not any agreement. So someone who's trying to take to the path of we can say to go towards the ultimate perfection of life will become confused because everyone's offering a different opinion. But here it said, therefore, one has to accept the guidance of the Mahajans. There are 12 Mahajans, and they will give one what is the correct path, not by following the path of some Muni or Jnani or Rishi like that. So the Mahajans, they always will indicate that one should engage in the pure devotional service to the Lord. So this verse is famous. One has to follow the path of the Mahajans. So what is the conclusion? Like the Bhagavad Gita says, Bahunam janmanam ante Gyanavam mam prapadyate vasudeva sarvamiti samahatma sadurlabha. That after many, many births and deaths, one who is complete in knowledge comes to the understanding Vasudeva Sarvam Iti. Apart from Krishna, apart from Vasudeva, there is no other truth. So, Samahatma Sadurlabha, such a great soul is very rarely found. So this we can understand. If you want to understand, or you want to come to the conclusion of what is ultimately best for you, and it's given here other references. Savai pumsam paro dharmo yato bhaktirad hoksaje. The best course will be to establish a loving relationship of devotional service with the Lord. Veda Shastre Mahajan Pata se Laojai Tatachari Abode se Anyapati Jai. The Vedic literature teaches one to accept the path of the Mahajans. Fools give up that path to accept another. In the Hari Bhakti Vilas, the following statement from the Chandogya Parishishta is quoted. Sa hovacha yagyavalkyas tatpumam atmahitaye premna harim bhajet. Yagyavalkya explained that for one's own benefit one should lovingly worship Lord Hari. And the Srimad Bhagavatam is stated, Na iyatonya shiva panta vishata samsrita viha vasudeve bhagavati bhakti yogo yato bhavet Bhagavan brahma kartsnyena trir aviksha manishaya tad adyavas yat kutosto ratir atman yato bhavet. For those who are working, for those who are wandering in the material universe, there is no more auspicious means of deliverance than what is aimed at in the direct devotional service of Lord Krishna. The great personality Brahma, with great attention and concentration of the mind, studied the Vedas 3 times, and after scrutinizingly examining them, he ascertained that attraction for the Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Krishna is the highest perfection of religion. In the Srimad Bhagavatam it is stated, Tan atishtati yag samyag upayan purvadarshitam avara shradayo peta upayan vindatenjasa tan anandritya yo vidvan artan arabate swayam tasya vyabicharanti arta arabdas cha puna puna. One who follows the principles and instructions enjoined by the great sages of the past can utilize these instructions for practical purposes. Such a person can very easily enjoy life and pleasures. A foolish person who manufactures his own ways and means through mental speculation and does not recognize the authority of the sages who lay down unimpeachable directions is simply unsuccessful again and again in his attempts. Brahma, Shiva, Narada, Prahlad, Shuka, Vyas, Sanakari, Kori, Yudhishthira, Panchadas, Priyavrata, Prithu, Dhruva, Akrura, Udava, Mahajan, Henanama, Jata, Achesab, Brahma, Shiva, Narada, Prahlad, Sukadeva, Vyasa, the 4 Kumaras headed by Sanaka, the 5 Pandavas headed by Yudhishthira, Priyavrata, Prithu, Dhruva, Akrura, and Uddhava are all addressed as Mahajans. Bhakti se magena sabe Ishvara charane jnana bora hoile bhakti mage ki karane. They always beg for devotional service at the Lord's lotus feet. If Gyan was greater, why would they beg for bhakti? Vina vicharya ki se sab mahajan mukti chari bhakti keni mage anukan. Why would these Mahajans reject liberation and always beg for bhakti without careful consideration? The path of the Mahajans and the purport of the Vedic literatures is pure devotional service. Those unfortunate people who cannot understand this become misguided and opposed to the principles of the Vedas. Personalities like Brahma and Shiva are devotees of the Supreme Lord. If Gyan was superior to devotional service, these Mahajans would never have accepted the path of bhakti. They would have remained Gyanis. Through reasoning, Keshavarti showed that according to the considerations of the Mahajans, bhakti is supreme. All Mahajans have rejected liberation, which is the desired goal of the Gyanis, and have accepted the path of bhakti. So this is Keshavarti when speaking and citing evidence from the scriptures. When Mahaprabhu is asking which is superior, Gyan or Bhakti, he is saying that one has to refer to the Mahajans. And the Mahajans, they are all engaged in Bhakti. They're not advocating that one take up Gyan. Sabar Bachana E Purane Brahman Kibara Magila Brahma Ishwararastan All these statements are supported by the Puranas. What benediction did Brahma ask from the Lord? In the Srimad Bhagavatam, it is stated, Tadastu me nata sa buribhago bhavedra vanyatra tu va tirascham yenaham ekopi bhavajjananam bhutvanisheve tavapara palavam. O my Lord, I therefore beg to be so fortunate that in this life, as Lord Brahma, or in another life, wherever I take birth, I may be counted as one of your devotees. I pray that whatever I may be, even among the animal species, I can engage in devotional service to your lotus feet. Kiba Brahma Janma Kiba Hal Yatatata Dasha Hoy Jinatoma Seviye Sarvata. O my Lord, in this birth as Brahma, or in whatever other birth I may take, let me be your servant and always engage in your service. Whether or not I take an elevated birth like that of a demigod or a Brahmin, may I never forget your service. Emata Jata Mahajana Sampradaya Sabe Sakala Chari Bhakti Matrachaya. In this way, all the Mahajans and their followers desire only devotional service and reject everything else. In the Vishnu Purana it is stated, Nata Yoni Sahasreshu Yeshu Vrajami Aham Teshu Vachyuta Bhaktir Achyutastu Sadatvahi. O Lord Achyuta, wherever I may be born among the thousands of species of life, may I always have unflinching devotion for you. So this Kesha Bharati is citing from the different scriptures, and he's answering Mahaprabhu's question, very direct question, which is better, Gyan or Bhakti? And Kesha Bharati is giving evidence that no, everyone who is actually in full knowledge will understand that Bhakti is the supreme goal of life. Sakarma vala nirdishtam yam yonim vrajamiyaham tashyam rishikesha tvai bhaktir dhridastume. O Lord Rishikesh, in whatever species of life I take birth as a result of my past activities, let me always remain fixed in your devotional service. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, Nanda and the other cowherds speak as follows. Karma bir brahmya mananam yatra krapishvare chaya mangala charitar danai ratirna Krishna Ishware. Wherever we are made to wander about this world by the Supreme Lord's will in accordance with the reactions to our fruitive work, may our good works and charity always grant us love for Lord Krishna. So, Nanda Maharaj, Krishna's own father, and others, they're saying that we only desire to have love for Krishna, that is, and love and service for Krishna, always chanting his name. Ateva sarvamate bhakti se pradhan mahajan pata sarva shastrara praman. Therefore, the path of devotional service by the Mahajans is the best in every respect. This is confirmed in all the scriptures. In the Mahabharata it is stated, Tarko pratishta shutayo vibhina nashav rishir yasya matam nabinam dharmasya tattvam nihitam guhayam mahajano yenagata sapanta. Dry arguments are inconclusive. A great personality whose opinion does not differ from others is not considered a great sage. Simply by studying the Vedas, which are variegated, one cannot come to the right path by which religious principles are understood. The solid truth of religious principles is hidden in the heart of an unadulterated, self-realized person. Consequently, as the Shastras confirm, one should accept whatever progressive path the Mahajans advocate. So we heard this verse quoted before. Let's see. So this verse was quoted in a purport, but now it's quoted as a verse spoken by Keshavarti. Originally it was quoted in a purport by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur when Keshavarti replied that if Bhakti is superior to Gyan, why do all the so-called sannyasis always consider that Gyan is superior? Now, we're talking principally about Mayavadis, and sannyas at that time usually meant those who were Mayavad followers of Shankaracharya. And then Keshavarti replied, because it's accepted by those sannyasis because they have not understood the conclusion accepted by all the Mahajans. Then this verse was quoted in the report to say, who are the Mahajans that always accept bhakti? Now Keshavarti is citing that verse directly in the Mahabharata Vana. It's stated that about one must follow the path given by the Mahajans. Bhakti Bora Shuni Prabhu Bharatira Muke Hariboli Garjite Lagila Prima Suke. Hearing from the mouth of Keshavarti that Bhakti is greater, the Lord loudly shouted the name of Hari in ecstatic love. Prabhu Bole Ami Katadina Pratibite Takilana E Satya Kohila Tomate. The Lord declared, I will stay for some more time in this world. I am telling you the truth. Jaditumi Gyanabora Bolite Amare Praveshitham Ajitabe Samudra Bitare. If you would have told me that Gyan was greater, I would have entered the ocean today. I would have drowned myself in the ocean. Sri Gaurasundar said, I have stayed in this world all this time just to establish the supremacy of devotional service. If one in his position as a guru, Keshavarti would have minimized devotional service, then Gaurasundar would have wound up his pastimes by entering the ocean. Santosheranana Prabhu Gurur Charane Guru O Prabhure Namaskare Pritamane. In satisfaction, the Lord caught hold of the feet of his guru, and his guru affectionately offered his obeisances to the Lord. Prabhu Bole Jaramuke Nahi Bhakti Kata Tapasika Sutra Tyaga Tarasabrita. The Lord said, for anyone who does not discuss devotional service to the Supreme Lord, giving up the Sika and Brahman thread and engaging in austerity are all useless. If people who cultivate Krishna consciousness do not discuss topics of devotional service, then their activities like severe austerities, vows, and acceptance of the Ekadanda sannyas after giving up Sika and Brahman thread are all become useless. So in those days, this would be the Ekadanda sannyasis, the Mayavadi sannyasis. And when they take sannyas, they give up they cut their Sika and they take off their Brahman thread, because they are now considered sannyasis who've given up all connection with the Varna, with the Varnas and Ashramas, and they're simply renunciants, and they pursue liberation in the impersonal Brahman. So here the Lord says, if anyone who does not discuss devotional service to the Supreme Lord, giving up the Sika and Brahman thread, and engaging in austerity are all useless. Mahaprabhu. Because Mahaprabhu asked before, well, if Bhakti is superior, why do we see all the sannyasis who were all Mayavadi sannyasis in that time, especially in northern India? Why do we always see that they say that jnana or knowledge is better than Bhakti? And Keshavarti answered, because they don't really understand anything. They don't know. Bhakti bina prabhur jigyasa nahiara bhakti ras moya Sri Chaitanya avatar. The Lord did not discuss anything besides devotional service because Lord Chaitanya was the incarnation of the mellows of devotional service. He was the incarnation of Bhakti Ras, Bhakti, the rasa of always being engaged in devotional service. Ratri dina ego nad janena bhakta gyan sarvada korena nritya kirtana karjan. Forgetting whether it was day or night, the devotees constantly engaged in loud chanting and dancing. Sri Gaura Sundar never approves of any irrelevant rituals devoid of devotional service. So the devotees are engaging in loud chanting and dancing, whether it's day or night. Ek dina dvaita sakala bhakti prati balila paramanande mata hoy ati. One day when Adwaita Prabhu was intoxicated with ecstasy, he spoke to all the devotees. So I'm going to stop here at this point. Tomorrow I'll continue reading. Yes?
Maharaj, is there a difference between the words Mahajan or Maharaj? Are the terms synonymous?
Mahajan and what?
Maharaj.
Mahabharata?
Maharaj.
Maharaj. Oh, Maharaj just as a title usually given to a sannyasi, Maharaj. Where so many sannyasis, they're called Maharaj. But that's...
And Mahajan is...
The Mahajans are the authorities in devotional service, authorities of the 12 Mahajans, the great personalities who can state what is the conclusion, and the conclusion is devotional service. So yes, Mahajans are what is mentioned, these personalities that we mentioned, they're all advocating devotional service. There's a verse here that we read. It says, let's see. Here it says, Brahma, Shiva, Narada, Prahlad, Shukabhyas, Sanakari Kore, Yudhishthira, Panchadas, Priyavrata, Pritu Dhruva, Akrura, Uddhava, Mahajan, Hena Nama, Jata, Achesav. Brahma, Shiva, Narada, Prahlad, Sukadeva, Vyasa, the 4 Kumaras headed by Sanaka, the 5 Pandavas headed by Yudhishthira, Priyavrata, Pritu, Dhruva, Krura, and Uddhava are all addressed as Mahajans. Okay. So now we'll chant Hari Haraya, and we'll continue with our devotional service for this Saturday. Hari Haraya Namah Krishna Jadavaya Namah Jadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namah Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan Giridhari Gopinatha Marana Mohan Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Adwaita Acharya Gadadhara Shiva Sari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jai Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raghunath Jai Gosai Kori Charana Bandhan Jai Te Vignana Shabishta Puran Jai Gosai Jarmui Taradas Kasavar Pada Renu Mora Panchagras Kader Charana Sevi Bhakta Sanibas Janame More Abhilas Jai Gosai Jabe Braje Koilabas Radha Krishna Nitya Leela Kori Labrakas Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindaban Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Majayaman Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koriyas Hare Nam Sankirtana Kohe Naratamona Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Nitai Gora Haribo 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 Nitai Gora Haribo 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 Jai Saparikara Shishi Guru Guranga Gandharvika Giridhariju Ki Jai Jayam Vishnupad Paramahansa Parabhajaka Charyasta Tarasadashi Shrimad Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahansa Parabhajaka Charyasta Tarasadashi Shrimad Srila Bhakti Rakshira Dev Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Jai Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur ki jai. Jayam Vishnupad Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj ki jai. Jayam Vishnupad Srila Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur ki jai. Jayam Vishnupad Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj ki jai. Rupanuga Guru Bharga ki jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai. Sri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunath Sri Jiva Gopal Bhatta Dash Raghunath Shad Goswami Prabhu ki jai. Prem Sigo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Adwaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami Prabhu ki jai. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai. Srila Vrindaban Das Thakur ki jai. Sri Chaitanya Bhagawat ki jai. Narottam Srinivas Shamananda Prabhu ki jai. Vishvabaranya Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada ki jai. Jayam Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Nirmal Acharya Maharaj ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Madhacharya Vrinda ki jai. Ganga Devi ki jai. Tulasi Maharani ki jai. Bhakti Devi ki jai. Sri Vrindaban Dham ki jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopi Govardhan Shyam Kunda Radha Kunda Kalindi Yamuna Ju ki jai. Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki jai. All the assembled devotees ki jai. Sripad Bhakti Chandan Parvat Maharaj ki jai. Shri Pushta Krishna Prabhu ki jai. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo.
Jai Srila Bhakti Pavan Janardan Maharaj ki